and welcome to the Market Insights Virtual Summit that's happening today and obviously yesterday. You guys probably heard me, if you guys have been here since morning or since yesterday, you're hearing me and Alex speak for many times. Alex, maybe you can introduce yourself for...
so this is the first time you are seeing me. I'm Alex from past 1 and 2 days, right? I think you're tired of seeing me already. Okay, basically, I'll be here until the end of the session. Yes, back to you, Jeremiah.
All right, so hopefully you're not too tired of both Alex and my voice. But we're here to help you facilitate the sessions. Obviously, we're having the session by TU coming up on how to generate passive income from cryptocurrency and crypto investment. But before we get into that session, just a couple of announcements. First of all, I would like to thank some of our amazing sponsors, Pepperstone, SG Securities, also known as SocGen, as well as Tokenized Exchange, which TU is from actually, and also some of our media partners that have made this event possible. Next thing that I want to briefly talk about is how you can actually keep updated on all of the things that's happening. So we have a Telegram channel and we also have a Facebook page. Alex will help me to send across the Telegram channel join link on the chat. And where you can actually join the channel. So what's happening there is that all of our information, latest market updates, new promotions, event partner discounts, everything will be available on those channels. So I do encourage you to join them. The next thing that I will talk about is what we have upcoming. So the next event that we have upcoming is happening on the 27th and the 28th of March. Basically, we have our Market Insights Virtual Summit, but this time we will be focusing on the second quarter of 2021 and its outlook. You can see the beautiful picture, handsome face on the screen. That's actually Rainer Teo. He is also going to be delivering a keynote session during that event on the 27th and 28th of March. Alex has also sent across a link in the chat box where you can actually sign up for the event and you can register. So I do encourage that you register if you're interested in this upcoming event. Okay, so moving on, for the best session to facilitate the best experience for you, make sure that you're using a desktop or a laptop and you're using the Chrome web browser. Make sure you also have some stable Wi-Fi connection, and for the best audio quality, you can plug in your earphones. Now, if you get any connection issues, I've said this a million times, you don't need to panic, because all you need to do is click on the red button that says reconnect at the top of your screen. Once you click that, you should be able to get connection again. If in the case that it doesn't work, you can exit the browser and open up a new tab or a new browser, okay? So just some of these updates. And with that, let's move on into our session proper. First of all, I want to introduce our speaker that's going to come on in a couple of minutes. He is none other than Qi. He is a blockchain tech enthusiast, also the founder and CEO of Tokenized Exchange, a Singapore-based cryptocurrencies exchange startup. They are also our sponsor for this event. Qi was actually a developer at Bamboo, which is a fintech startup, and has 4 years of experience in trading and managing investment portfolio across Forex, equities, and digital currencies. So without further ado, let us invite Qi on. I think he'll turn on his video in a second, and also his audio, so that you can say hi. Hey Qi, how are you?
Hi everyone. Hi Jamil. Yeah, I'm good. Very good.
All right. Okay,
Yep.
so Qi, I think we're all ready for your session already. So I'll let you take over the stage, and I'll disappear from here now. Okay.
Cool. Sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you. Yep. So hello everyone. I think this is my second time, turn up in MarketWise Summit. Very excited, right? Because previously when I'm here, the Bitcoin prices, I think it's still below 10K, right? And I'm trying to share what is Bitcoin and what is cryptocurrency. And those who attended previously, and by now, if you have bought previously, I think you'll be very happy right now, right? So before I continue with my slide, I do some configurations to let my slides pop out. Just want to do a quick poll, poll sessions. That have you attended my previous MarketWise 2020 sessions? Then I just want to know, from there, I think you should have gained some understanding about cryptocurrency and blockchain by now, right? But if you have not, just say no, it's okay, right? So that I can gauge, your understanding, or whether you know me previously or not, right? So let's have a two quick poll selections first. Then after that, we ask a bit basic questions like, have you heard about cryptocurrency and blockchain before? Or no? Is the poll turning up? Let me publish. Sorry, I never published yet. Can you see my poll? No. Wow. Okay. Cool. Wow. We have around 400 right now. The percentage that never attend my previous marketwise 2020 session is almost 90%. That's crazy. Okay. Cool. A lot of new faces today. Awesome. Okay. Let me just turn up my slide. Well, while we continue to do some sharing sessions. So I will do a lot of interactions, right? Is that important? Is like, I'm here, I'm with cryptocurrency industry is like over 4 years, right? If you have any interested questions you want to clarify, just throw, right? The previous year is like so overwhelming that a lot of questions that I never anticipate, and people are so enthusiastic and a lot of things that they ask, right? So I'm very, very excited. So let's do this the same also, right? Okay, I can see the statistic quite stabilized today. Anyone, still voting? Let us wait for a few seconds. Okay, I think the polling is still moving, but I think today we are a bit tight. I will try to keep my presentation short. Then another maybe 20 to 30 minutes, we can go for Q&A. I believe that we will have a lot of interesting questions from the ground today. Right? Okay, let me just end the poll and quickly go for the next poll. Reset poll. Okay, the next question is the very interesting one and a very common one, right? Have you invested in any cryptocurrency before? Right. Okay, let's run. Guys, tell me a favor. Let me know that whether you have invested in any cryptocurrency before. Okay, this is exciting. Now we see 50%, right? 50% right now. Okay, no, it's still the majority, surprisingly, 60+%. Interesting, very, very interesting. Okay, while we all, continue to work, I will slowly, warm up, my presentation for today, right? Last year I come to MarketWise, talk very, very basic topic, right? We have talked about, what is cryptocurrency, and I use Bitcoin as an example to kickstart, because currently it's the largest market cap. I think if you see news, no matter you see the Chinese newspaper, English or Malay kind of newspaper, everyone is talking about Bitcoin right now, right? And last year I talked about it during my July session, I think, if I'm not wrong, right? And the time the Bitcoin is recovering from a very bad dip to 4,000 level, and it recovered to 8 to 9K, right? And it has been stagnant for some time, right? But after that, when we reach October, then the price start to break 10, 11, 12K. Then after that, it's a parabolic until now. I think we are looking around $40,000 US, and it's still climbing strongly upward, right? And I think these sessions, the second sessions, is also I never covered previously, but a lot of the attendants last year who attended my sessions and they kickstart and try to understand what is Bitcoin Ethereum, and they leverage on one of our features, which is what we call the cryptocurrency interest program, or what we call crypto earn. And during that time when they start investing a small amount and slowly scale their portfolio, they also earn quite a handful of very interesting or nice interest from our platform, right? So now they are very, very happy, right? Not just capital gain increase, their inventories, their cryptocurrency that putting with us are earning for them also, even they do nothing, right? Just by sticking into this program. So I will share a bit more on, and there are a lot of ways right now with the DeFi is on the rising. There are a lot of ways to earn passive income from cryptocurrency investment, right? So let's not wait further. Let me just kick start. I think German has do a very good job in introducing myself. Just want to introduce, we are Tokenized Exchange. I founded Tokenized way back in 2017 during the previous bull market. Right. By now I'm grow a bit older. I'm close to 7 years in IT, and most of my IT career right now is managing tokenized cryptocurrency exchange. Right. And I started my the most recent before I started this venture. I'm actually fully working on a startup, fintech base, and as a coder. And this is why I started investing cryptocurrency not because as an investment. I started to buy Ethereum. My first cryptocurrency is because I need to code. I need to actually code a smart contract and try to test it out what is blockchain. And from there, I actually fall into the rabbit hole. And now this is my full time, and even I can say it's my life. right? The next decade, I'm going to fully focus on this, and create accessibility to the user, which I think is very, very meaningful. Last year, those who are joining us now, I think some of them they already achieve financial freedom. I think this is something as a founder, as a platform owner, we want to see, right? On these early adoptions, how we can create accessibility to the mass market, right? And the first thing, although we are going to passive investing, it still have to back to Bitcoin, right? One of the very exciting topic that everyone is talking right now, and everyone is looking at right now, right? So just want to let you all know, right? We have already 3 bull market previously, right? The first one we are looking maybe around 2012, then 16, and also the fourth one, which is now, right? Okay, sorry, now is the so-called the we are looking at the third halving, right? So it's a third time bull market. So the first one we can see there's a jump from $10 to $1,000, right? It's crazy. It's 100 times kind of capital gain, right? Then the previous one, when we look at 2017 to 2018 period, is we are looking around 20 times. When Bitcoin break 1,000, right? Previously, I can tell you before, the previous bull market, I also think that Bitcoin is quite scammy. I cannot understand it. I feel that it's very money game kind of feeling. Until I really deal deep as a technical person and understand the underlying technology is so innovative and it's so groundbreaking, right? From there, I'm very, very fortunate, managed to participate and almost earn the full 20 times kind of return, where Bitcoin able to achieve $20,000. Then we enter quite a long winter. I think one of the largest winter that ever happened in Bitcoin history, from 1.8 until even early this year. We are considered, early 2020 is a early winter, right? Then after that, Bitcoin start to strengthen after halving. So now we are here, right? So where we are right now, I think it's a lot of people, will definitely have questions, right? Where are we now? Are we at the top already? Yeah, sorry, let me just do a quick check. I think there are a lot of questions, right? So yeah, I think now we, a lot of people will ask, where are we right now, right? Like, how high can Bitcoin go from here onwards, right? So of course, I'm not here to speculate prices, right? But a safe reference from previously is that going from the prices to an all-time high of 100,000, even 200,000 is very, very possible, right? So but we will go to the next slide later. I start with the fundamental of Bitcoin first. Then later we'll talk a bit of technical, like stock to flow that help in the Bitcoin fundamental. Then from there we can have a better fact finding and understand what is the potential pricing and how nowadays a lot of banks try to do a lot of price speculation of Bitcoin and how high Bitcoin can go, and from where, right, they are actually creating all these assumptions, right? So before I moving forward, I see really a lot of questions. It's exactly like last year. Sorry that I cannot answer one by one right now, but later after all my presentations finish, I will try to go through all of your questions and try to answer within my capacity, right? So give me a moment. So okay, let me back to my presentations, right? So why crypto, right? I think definitely later I will share a bit of the statistic. The crypto like Bitcoin is one of the best alpha performing kind of investment, right? I mean, that's why it's worth your attention, and it's one of the technology perspective. Is one of during 2000 after the tech bubble, we see a lot of unicorn company like Facebook or Amazon, Apple, right, and the list goes on, right? And crypto is the same. Crypto is a new wave of technology, and we are in the very early phase until these past few months, right? Institutions start to realize the potential, and all the institutional money start to flow into the cryptocurrency, right? So and Bitcoin, there is very, very interesting progressions, right? There is a halving, right? It's the asset class that what we call have this quantitative hardening, right? A lot of asset classes, like for example US dollar, now for the past 1 year they undergo quantitative easing, right? A lot of money printing and devaluation is undergo. But for Bitcoin, it's very special, right? It's mining through the miners, right? Where they are facilitating a blockchain network, right? Like now, just imagine that if you record a ledger, it's at the server, right, as a system. But imagine there are a lot of different similar like the servers, but it's keeping by different parties, and all the records is keeping by those people and they are facilitating. And from there, they are being rewarded by Bitcoin. So Bitcoin at the early phase, it's really like a token of appreciation. It doesn't worth much, right? It's just a token of appreciation side. Just I give you some token right now because you are attending my talk. It's an expression of appreciation. But what they realize from when they get this token appreciation is that this token appreciation can transfer within this network, right? So even you are in US, even you are in Japan, even you are at somewhere very far like North Pole or South Pole, as long as you have internet, the Bitcoin can reach you, right? And the early adopters, they realize that this is groundbreaking, right? And they also realize that for Bitcoin, there's this algorithm where every 4 years, right, the supply will be greatly reduced, right? Like from the beginning, it's only 50, then become 25, 12.5, and now we are looking at 6.25 for every 12 blocks that is being mined, right? And this creates a scarcity, right? So it becomes very exciting. And with we back to economic 101, with a reduction of supply, right, and constant demand or increasing the demand, by right the price will be appreciating, right? So this is why a lot of people is watching Bitcoin, and they now even the banks are labeling that Bitcoin is a much better digital gold compared to the so-called traditional gold, right? This is what they say on a recently. And just for info, I believe everyone of here, most of you all already know, there is only a maximum of 21 million of Bitcoin, right? So maximum for Bitcoin, if you mine finish, like all the reward is being distributed to all the miners, the maximum you can go is only 21 million, right? And now we already have 18 million is being mined, less than 3 million left to be mined, and it will take another 100 years and 120 years. I think 2140 it will be ended. So another 120 years to mine 3 million Bitcoin. It only symbolizes that Bitcoin is going to get more and more rare, right? To access or to able to mine. So all these things hopefully can help to to let you understand why is it this thing called Bitcoin is appreciating until 40,000 or more, and people can the bank even can say that it can go 100k, 200k, or 300k, right? So I will back to stock to flow model. If it's your first time, I know that it's very complicated and it's very hard to understand through these few minutes. But if you are second time hearing of this, and I'm going for a bit more second phase to explain about stock to flow model. If this is your second time you have heard before during 2020, I think you will be very appreciating this model, right? Why? The answer is simple. When I started to share about this last year, and if compared to this year, you can see that the price is actually follow through the stock to flow model. You can see the color there, very colorful. It means that the prices changes of the Bitcoin is following with the projection line, right? Very closely, right? It's on track. And I think today I want to highlight one more interesting item is that when we are having our market-wise sessions last year, the color is at the red, right? We are just finished halving, right? So you can see when you close to halving, it will be purple, right? And after halving, so-called the recent halving has started, it will start from red color again and slowly reduce back to the purple. So when we are having market-wise sessions, we are looking at the red color, right? And now it's slowly going to yellow. And what is the interesting about orange and yellow is that if you look at the past history, right, orange and yellow, like, is a parabolic price surging, right? And this is very correlated with what Bitcoin prices happening right now. And you can see that this is now just beginning of the orange color turn into yellow. And if you see the yellow color zone is the most irrational phase where it actually will try to have a huge deviations from the standard price projection. Okay, this is just this is only just analysis, right? Please don't take this as a buy call or anything. Sorry, no, this is just information sharing, right? Just take this as a topic and a new topic for you, then you can go and study further, right? And why crypto like Bitcoin, a lot of experts like to use stock to flow to model to do projection is because like gold and silver, there's a scarcity, right? When you have a scarcity and you have an amount that you know that is going to cap, you can do a reverse engineering and find a formula to do a projection or evaluations and the potential prices over time, right? So that's the essence. Okay, I know it's complicated, but yeah, I'm trying to say it's very, very bullish right now. But I hope, by giving this new terminology can let you understand that Bitcoin is not just purely speculations, right? People that are able to project prices have a very sophisticated pricing model behind it, and able to project it, in a very different perspective, right? Then let's go to the next slide, right? When I started, investing in Bitcoin valuations don't even surpass JP Morgan. No way able to see compared to the valuation of Visa or JP Morgan. Sorry, the slide is a bit small on it. But let me just go through a bit highlight, right? So you can see there's evaluations of Jeff Bezos' wealth, but of course the data is we are looking at August last year, right? After that, I think we have a very good bull market right now that all the equities market valuation is surging, right? But if you take a step back and see now Bitcoin has surpassed Jeff Bezos' wealth, I mean, okay, then you will say that of course now Jeff Bezos is just an individual, right? This is like asset class. But let's see all the financial stocks valuations, right, in the S&P. Like JP Morgan, Bitcoin has surpassed it, the valuation. Visa now also surpassed. And recently, I think when Bitcoin break 40K, Bitcoin has surpassed Facebook valuation. So Facebook, if I'm not wrong, is like top 10 ranking in the S&P 500 or the largest equities market in the US, and has surpassed, and now is challenging the next one, which is Apple, right? If Bitcoin can surpass Apple valuations, I believe that Apple is like in the top 5. So Bitcoin will be very, very mainstream already, and the prices is looking at 106K. I'm not sure by now, but I think the range will be there. If it's able to match gold market valuations, right, we are looking at almost 500K for Bitcoin. And if as big as US, right, M2 money supply, then it's almost 1 million, right? And there's this saying that Bitcoin is always benchmarked at 1 billion, right? That's why there's 8 digit for Bitcoin. So just for information, if you think that one Bitcoin is $40,000 and it's crazy to afford it and doesn't make sense to invest so much amount, you can actually buy Bitcoin fractional. You can buy until 0.00 something. You can buy even 10 cents dollars or less than that to own a fraction of it. It's definitely possible, and you are able to do so with our platform, right? Tokenized. But the interesting is that if the Bitcoin can go until 1 million, for example, for US dollar, the smallest decimal, right, is actually symbolized 0.01, like equivalent. So there is this saying that that's how Bitcoin is envision their futures, and they are being designed in this format, right? Yeah, but this is interesting, and I'm not sure whether is it true or not, but only time will tell us whether Bitcoin can reach 1 million, right? But the key highlight here is that the potential is still very great, even at $40,000 compared to other asset class in the world. Actually is still nowhere near the peak, right? It's still a lot of upward potential pricing that can hit into, right? So just now I'm talking about when I started the presentation, I always I have asked the questions, right? Why crypto? So we use statistics to have a comparison, right? To see how Bitcoin fared. We compare to S&P 500. I think last year, after corrections in the March, right, because of the oil crisis, it crashed, right? Almost 20%. But now, not just recover, but I think it appreciate also more than 20% from last year, right? So it's one of the very, very best performing in indexes, and Nasdaq. And also gold also doing quite a good job, right? But if you compare with Bitcoin, right, it's really very hard to compete because the Bitcoin alpha and also the gain is really one of the best performing if you look at it for more than a decade. So Bitcoin is started in 2009, right? Only 2009 people start to talk about it, and the 2010 and 11 start to go into more generalized and more people try to participate, right? And those are all the very technical people, or they are all in very financial kind of people. They start to enter the game. And from now, if we look back, we're only in 11 years already, right? Or going to 12 years if you count this year. And these 12 years, Bitcoin if you compare any traditional asset with Bitcoin, Bitcoin is the best performing, right? No asset class can beat Bitcoin. Even, some financial old money people, they say that Bitcoin is the mother of all bubble right now, right? And if you look at the recent news, they even give them this label because they cannot explain why Bitcoin can have such a great alpha for this past decade and perhaps also this coming decade, right? So when you understand all these things, end of the day, before I go for the strategy, I just want to highlight one thing. Even Bitcoin, how good is on the alpha, end of the day is come back to money management, right? Risk management. If you can manage like putting 10% of your portfolio, not ask you to put 50% or 100% more, this can be your catalyst, right, in your portfolio allocation, right? So I think that's the idea. And when you allocate like 10% from your cash reserve, from your investment portfolio, the idea is about strategy, right? After you have the right mindset, the right risk management, money management that put in place, the next one is that how can you enter this or invest in this asset class, right? Because the idea is that if you are going to, if you're going to put 100K straight like now into to buy a 40K, which is already appreciate 100% from the previous all-time high 20K, I know that a lot of people will be very uncomfortable and they don't want to chase, right, this rally. But if you look at the market sentiment right now, if you don't do it, then when maybe after 1 month Bitcoin go to 80K, then you feel that you will have lose a good opportunity, right? So end of the day is based on the strategy. How can I enter now, but I can manage my risk? It's through this strategy called dollars cost average, right? Is that how can you buy a small fraction of Bitcoin over time, right? If you buy now 40K and you go 45K, you can buy again next month. 50K, you can buy again, right? Or you can buy in weekly basis. And later I will share one of features. You can through these automated features to save the hassle, right? Rather than you drop in your calendar, then every day, when you hit that moment, you log in and buy manually. Now we have automated system for you to do all this job, right? And when you do dollar cost average and you earn that Bitcoin, you purchase that Bitcoin, you can put at a platform that help you earn interest. And our platform also give that kind of functions to let you earn the interest, right? Then the next topic is a bit more sophisticated. It's like after you come into the Bitcoin, there's a very long rabbit hole, very deep rabbit hole for you to explore, right? There's this thing called alternate coins. Cryptocurrency is just not just Bitcoin, right? There's Ethereum, there's more to that. And I will slightly touch a bit so that to hopefully can widen your perspective, right, in the cryptocurrency world. So the idea of dollar cost average, is very interesting, and I believe most of you all know, right, is that if you average out and the asset keep appreciating, right, actually, you are still earning, right? Not like you are losing your alpha or you're losing your ROI, right? It's not. Even if you buy from Bitcoin at 10K and you keep buying every month consistently, and the Bitcoin keep appreciating until 40K, you are still earning, right? Earning a quite handful of ROI, a very good ROI, right? So this slide actually tabulates some example, right? Where from Bitcoin from 9.2K from last year, where I'm having market-wise sessions. After that, if you start participating, like very consistently and very disciplined, every first of the month you put some money, right? From then the price, the Bitcoin, sometimes you drop, sometimes you increase. Then by 20K, by 6th of January, the price is a bit example, right? Because this year our Bitcoin price has surpassed 30K already. But the idea is the gain is still crazily, and you are able to scale your gain, a portfolio through this strategy. So that's a key idea, right? You don't let price affect you. You through discipline and dollar cost and structure your entry, and let the time work for you, right? And let the asset performance and time work for you. So I think that's the idea of a dollars cost average. And I will cover a bit more of the function later, right? So yeah, this slide actually, after you log in and you complete our onboarding with us, you will see this button at our platform, right? Where you can click it, and from there there's a setting, right? You can set when you want to do a routine purchase. It can be weekly, daily, or even monthly, right? So you can explore more after you become our users. And if you are our user, do check the features out. Then this slide talk about, it's also part of our platform. You can through this platform, deposit your cryptocurrency with us. They are a bit sophisticated, so I won't go too much to there. But the basic one is that you can deposit your cryptocurrency and put it with us 30 days and earn the interest, right? The interest last time is very high, right? But with the appreciating of the crypto parabolic, now the interest has adjusted around 4%. But if you buy our exchange token, TKX tokenized exchange is our token, you can actually enhance the yield. Where from next month, from tomorrow onward, we are looking at 3% additional interest, right? This I will just feel free to contact us if you are interested and check more after becoming a user. This is definitely very, very helpful features for last year, right? Last year the Bitcoin took maybe 3 months just to have 20-30%, and during this waiting time, a lot of our users is very smart. They leverage on these features, and they increase their allocation, their crypto allocation through this program, right? And we also have DOR, and DOR is much more sophisticated, where by taking a bit more risk to combine 50% of our token and 50% of the other cryptocurrency, you earn higher interest. But 25% is just promotion. Just want to clarify, no longer that high interest, but we are still looking double figure kind of interest. But I will recommend you only participate this after you understand a bit better on Bitcoin, like cryptocurrency, if you are a starter. Then from there, explore to the crypto earn. Then after that, you consider what is the next theory that, the program that can give you that leverage, right, to increase your portfolio allocations, right? So let me just sum up before I proceed further, right, is that, today, I think the one thing that I can give away on the strategy is dollar cost average, right? Using time to help you to reduce the stress in putting, capital one shot, and guess what is the good entry, right? And when we back to the stock to flow, that I try to reiterate, why now is a very good time to do dollar cost average is because we are in a, based on the past history, we are going to expecting a very parabolic price continuations for almost half a year or even a year, right? So through this dollar cost average, it will benefit from you to avoid fear of missing out, and also able to be in the market with a very calculated risk, right? I think that's the idea, right? But I think the key thing before I stop here is also on this strategy is also we also need a price exit plan, right? Which I don't think I cover in this sharing, but I just want to do a quick share out, right? Because I went through a very good bull market in 1.7, but I also went through one of the worst winter for cryptocurrency, right? There's this saying, what goes up will come down, right? So what are even your profit can be 1,000, you can flip 10 times kind of capital gain, but if you never realize it, it will never be yours, right? So it's very important to have your trading plan, investment plan, and know where to exit, right? But for that topic, stay tuned to our platform. We definitely, throughout this year, we organize related talk to help you to plan exit strategy, right, for your crypto investment. So with dollar cost average, with a good leverage tool like interest gain in our platform, you can enhance your cryptocurrency investment, right? I think that's the idea, right? Yeah. So with tokenized, right? When we come to tradings, there are few, potential way, right? You can do swing trading, you can do day trading, and you can utilize algo bot. We actually have algo bot, but now it's in a beta phase. We only open with an exclusive partner. Some of you maybe already know Calling Cell, have attended Calling Cell talk, have attended maybe Chris Long, right? We are actually their strategic partners, right? To check out on them and to find out from them, how you can participate and leverage on our algo bot tradings, right? So I will just make this simple and let me move on, right? So there are a few tools on the left before I ended this slide is that, TradingView, I believe most of you all who have done investment maybe in Forex or stock market should be very familiar, like especially US stock market on TradingView, right? Then for our industry, we have two interesting tools to check it out. One is CoinMarketCap, where you can have you can. Sorry, I just now a bit distracted. I see some comment. Go ahead, later. Let me receive your question and answer it. You can actually check on CoinMarketCap to understand what are the cryptos out there, right? It's I think by now it should be more than 8,000 coins. There are some coins, no longer exist. Some coins are, just started. You can check CoinMarketCap. There's like a S&P 500 or equity market kind of ranking to know that what is the largest. Like Bitcoin is number one, number two is what. and you can see overview their price changes day-to-day basis. Another which I think we are also working with closely with is CoinGecko. It's the similar platform like CoinMarketCap. It's like a price aggregator platform, right? You can check it out, and I think they have a lot of resources there, right? So after that, I will briefly touch about trading alternate coins, right? And I think we'll start with what is alternate coin first, and after that is why we should trade alternate coin after Bitcoin, right? End of the day, I think to put it in simple perspective, is always capital gain, right? It's always the strategy to go for higher capital gain, right? So just a brief background. After Bitcoin started like in 2009, and after their very early let me put it this way, ultra early phase adopters that access to Bitcoin already, they realized that Bitcoin actually got some weakness. The Bitcoin that you're exploiting right now is actually through a lot of effort by the so-called the Bitcoin core developers. It's a decentralized, there's no company behind it, but there's a group of engineers constantly working and introduce how to improve the Bitcoin underlying technology, right? And the early days, they actually have a lot of people, after understand Bitcoin, try to create similar things and try to be a better version of Bitcoin, right? And one of the very interesting projects is actually Ethereum, right? Like a lot of token you can see right now, even our token is based on Ethereum blockchain. We leverage on Ethereum blockchain. It's because Ethereum gives this power or accessibility for the developers or projects owner to able to rather than just duplicate another blockchain, right, or create another blockchain, you can use their blockchain to actually issue your token, issue your coin through the function called smart contract, right? So this is one of the interesting one, like Ethereum. Then we heard recently like Polkadot trying to beat Ethereum right now. Right? We have already go to the third generation already. But second generation, we have others like Litecoin who try to be the silver, who try to be the so-called the silver. You know, if Bitcoin is gold, they try to be silver. We have Bitcoin Cash, who is undergo a civil war back then. We also have Ripple, right, and so on, right. The idea is that every cryptocurrency they has one focus that they want to focus, right? Like for example, Chainlink. I think some of you who have invested in cryptocurrency definitely heard about Chainlink. They are trying to be DeFi Oracle, right? So they have one forte they want to focus on, and they want to roll out. So it's very interesting to see. The feeling is like, all these things are going to be the next Grab, next Uber, or maybe next Google, for example. And through this kind of evolution, is that when they are, they are in a very early phase, you can own their token, and their token has this utility aspect where in future it become mainstream like Bitcoin, you are benefit from early entry. So it's another saying is that you are able to invest in company like Apple, Google at their early days, right? So this is why looking at alternate coin is exciting, but it can definitely be higher risk because, as you all know, startup has the highest failure rate, right? I mean, the new project, innovation project, always has a relevant high risk element inside it. So it is very important to do your own diligence and to understand better on the cryptocurrency before really enter and do the investment, right? So the next thing is always, why, right? Okay, I understand what is alternate coin already, but why? Why should I waste time rather than put my money all in Bitcoin 100%? But why not trading alternate? I mean, why go and bother to trade alternate coin? The idea is that if you see that all the Bitcoin all-time high when they break and then go into the new all-time high, and after that when the price start to get stagnant, the alternate coin will have their alternate coin season and start to run. It means they have their turn to performing their own alpha, and their alpha is normally very, very crazy, right? It's a multi-bagger kind of potential gain. And previously, when we talk about 1718 bull run, you can see the all-time high is there, right? And it won't be a surprise thing that currently the alternate coin prices, this is an index, right? This is like an index like normally they do Bitcoin and alternates. Means Bitcoin is like the majority, right? If let's say now it's 66%, then the remaining one they cluster the market cap as an index. Then from there, you can roughly know how other cryptocurrency except Bitcoin, how they perform. So you can see now it's just almost at a 50% progress bar. There's another 50% progress bar to progress until their all-time market cap or all-time peak, right? And possible there's a breakout. So all these things are so-called alpha, like potential projection forward. Right, but the challenge, of course, it's not like Bitcoin that there's a single thing that you understand. When you talk about altcoin, there are so many, right? Ethereum is also considered altcoin. Now we are rising Polkadot, we are rising Chainlink, we are rising so many others. DeFi tokens, even DeFi tokens like Uniswap, Curve, then which one to look for? So all these things require a lot of effort, a lot of research, right? But if there is interest, right, we will try to organize more related webinars, so that to help you enhance of a certain understanding on all those things, and hopefully that will be helpful in your investing and trading journey, right? So just a reference, please do not take this as our full advice. It's just an example. Is that one of the possibility way is that putting 50% of your portfolio in a Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? Then you can do some tradings after you have. I believe some of quite a handful of audience today are from quiz students or coding students, use trading to enhance, right? And invest some of the 10% into the smaller cap alternate coin, which I think is a very tedious process, but it will be very, very rewarding if you're on the right track, right? The return, I mean, I'm not trying to bullshit here, but average 5 times to 10 times is really possible, right? But it requires a lot of hard work and the failure rate is really high. That's why it's only recommend to put very small allocation there. Another 30%, look at the top 10 market cap coins and those projects that you think is something that you can relate and you think there is a future, you can put 30% to generate a bit of alpha, right? So this is just a reference point. You can reduce as low as you're comfortable, and you can even put all investment in Bitcoin and Ethereum only. That is totally fine, right? So, but this is just to let you know, when you are, going deeper into this rabbit hole already, and you are stepping up your learning curve already. These are all the potential possibilities that you can structure your crypto portfolio towards to, right? So, yeah, hopefully my slightly sharing about the strategies and the alternate coins is useful for you. And now just allow me for the next few minutes just to walk through about tokenized, right? So what is tokenized and what is tokenized exchange for a lot of first-time audience here, right? So tokenized exchange, we started back then in end of 17 in Singapore. But after 1 year more, we operation in Singapore, we also enter to different South Asia market. And in Malaysia, one of the market that we enter shortly after we started in Singapore, we are being forced to apply license due to these regulation changes. So in Malaysia right now, there's only 3 license exchanges that are approved to do on cryptocurrency business, and tokenized is one of them. In Singapore, we are under exemptions. There's also new regulation introduced to regulate cryptocurrency, and we are one of the entities that is being exempted and waiting the license to issue to us, right? So we have the very dynamic verticals, but currently, just don't want to confuse you all. Just see it as an exchange, just see it as a accessible platform with Sing dollars to able to purchase.
Just a quick nutshell. We have 10 more minutes left for your presentation.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So we are a platform for you to able to use your Sing dollars to purchase, cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? And I will just skip this. This is about our token. With using our tokens, you can enjoy a further trading discount. And why these tokens is important? There is a sneak review. I mean, a sneak peek. Like there's some airdrop later I want to give for those first timer. We want to give our own token. And this token is worth money, right? You can change it to Bitcoin, and change it to Ethereum, or even Sing dollars or US dollar, right? So stay tuned until the end of these presentations, right? So a few unique points, right? I think one key question everyone always asks is that, is it safe to put my Bitcoin, Ethereum with your exchange? Is it safe to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum from your exchange? We are licensed entity, right, in Malaysia. We need to go through a very thorough check by the regulators, and we are putting trustee and structure in place, right? And for our digital asset wallet, we need to have custody due to the requirement of the regulation in Singapore and Malaysia. So we have insurance in place to cover the digital asset in case of any extreme situations, right? And I think one unique selling point, I think maybe a lot of you can relate, is that to have Sing dollars to access to cryptocurrency still pretty much a challenge, and this is why I started. And we are hoping we are able to accelerate your process to getting your cryptocurrency through Sing dollars and easily to get accessibility, right? So that's where we are. And before I end and before I go for Q&A, sorry, I always have this challenge that I take too much time when I'm doing presentations and too little time for Q&A. But let me just end this quickly. For all the new users, right, just use the promo code marketwise 2021 and you'll get 10 TKX, right? It's almost worth 30 Sing dollars and maybe more than 30 Sing dollars soon. Yeah, do it now, right? Take this as a free gift and kickstart to swap to a bit of Bitcoin or Ethereum, and as a entry points to the cryptocurrency world. And I wish you really all the best with this, right? So now let me just take a pause to scroll down to questions. I think I cannot keep up already. The question keep popping up, right? So let me go for first questions. Alex, are you there? Do you want to highlight any questions that
Actually, there are a lot of questions.
same like last time? So
yeah, quite technical. So, but by the way, just a quick one. Okay, so you should be able to see the register button at the right hand side of your screen. Okay, so use the promo code marketwise2021 and I'll be posting the link also on the chat box. You should be able to see. Okay, so take advantage of this offer and you should be able to receive these 10 TKX for the first time sign up, and during the sign up process you'll be able to insert your promo code. Okay, right? And any expiry date yes, okay, until the end of January 2021. Okay,
yes, thanks,
yes.
Alex.
Can tokenize be funded with USD?
It's still a features. Right now it's still not possible, but soon we're opening up. Currently, the US dollar funding feature is through stablecoin, so you need to deposit either USDT, USDC, or DAI. Yep.
Has dual earn per annum interest dropped by half?
Yeah. For our latest one, it has dropped to half. Yep. Due to the Bitcoin prices has quadrupled compared to when we launched, right? Yep. So we have to do some adjustment.
Yeah, I think for some of the question, Elson did answer already. Like,
cool.
I'm not sure whether this question the answer. How does tokenize ensure the hot wallets are safe? How much insurance is in place for the users?
Understand. So we have up to 100 million, right? US dollar kind of insurance that we are putting in place. Yep. Right. Then I think if you are going a bit technical, you will know that exchanges normally don't put all the asset in hot wallet, right? We diversify with cold wallet also. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't want to confuse too many audience here, but that's the idea, right?
Hui is asking, do you need to fund upon signing up, or they can just open the account first?
No, you can. Open our account is free, and there's no funding required, right?
All right, so just open the account. It is free. Okay, just open the account. It's free. Use the marketwise promo code, and you get to receive these tokenized exchange token 10 TKX that is worth around 30 SGD.
Correct. And I just want to do a bit highlight. Understand because we are a bit special, right? We are regulated with 2 different jurisdictions regulators. So we have tokenize-malaysia.com, and because we are in Singapore right now, so the platform that we are looking at is actually tokenize.exchange, right? But for Malaysians, right, let me just do a quick highlight at the group chat here. It's actually this URL, right? And just want to give a bit of background. Tokenize Malaysia is still in a very early stage in cryptocurrency. So a lot of things we are still need to work with regulators to roll out, right? That's why there are a lot of features that you can see in tokenize.exchange. It's not available in Tokenize Malaysia, right? Just for information. And unfortunately, for this slide, I never put in, but in Malaysia we have different kind of promotions, right? So TKS is not able to support it. It's not supported in Malaysia. So just for information for Malaysian audience. Apologize for that. Yeah. Okay, can you use the market promo code with newly opened account? I think maybe let me help you to put another email, so you can drop us an email to check.
I think quite a few are not sure where to enter the promo code. Maybe you can tell them where exactly is the promo code to be entered.
I see. So when after you have email and password, being after you sign up with your email and password, you have to log in and complete a series of KYC, so-called the onboarding process. At that page, right, after you just log in, you will be able to see the promo code column there. Then you can just type marketwise 2021.
Okay, so they need to finish the registration first. Then after
Correct.
that, yeah. Okay, so it's not so immediate. So you just finish the registration first. Just go as per normal, and you should be able to see the promo code. Okay, so do not worry about that. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, correct. I mean, some of the Malaysian audience apologize. This promo code is not valid to the Malaysian audience, but we have this in Malaysia. We are using tokenized point, right? It's just a point to offset your investment purchase. So you can still, if you are registered using tokenizedmalaysia.com, you do key in MarketWise 2021. I just want to highlight that the reward won't be in PKX because PKX is a token, and currently it's only supported in our Singapore platform, right?
All right, so we are running out of time already. Maybe you can just tell them where they can contact you if they're facing any issue, your email address or the contact form.
Yeah. So also for like, okay, what is the email? Let me maybe later. Yeah, let me just. I think there are too many questions here. I think even I type maybe. Okay, let me just try to type again. You can check yourself. I mean, the good thing is like I know that the time is short, so check our Facebook, right? Check our Facebook, check our social media. I think Elson is trying to help to create to give some Telegram chat.
Okay,
also.
so Qi's email is info@tokenized.exchange. Okay, so yeah, so thank you Qi for your sharing. So just go ahead and register first and key in the promo code. Okay. And yeah, and the next session, thank you Qi for sharing. So next session will be at 3 p.m. Sorry, it's at 3 p.m. It will be sharing by Alvin Chow, CEO of Dr. Wealth. Let me post the link over here in the chat box and at the yellow box over here. Okay. The moment you should be able to see the room over here, and he'll be sharing with you investing in the growth of China, the biggest economy of the future. All right. So thank you guys. I will see you guys in the next room. All right. I will end the session right now. Okay. Thanks for your sharing. All right. Bye-bye.
Happy to be here again. Cheers.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Stay safe, everyone. Cheers.